Presto is a data visualization querying tool that can run on a distributed cluster of machines. It can also connect to various types of data sources, including both structured and unstructured. You want to have a way of running queries that pull data from all these sources, and this is where Presto comes in. So for example, you might have some data in an Amazon S3 bucket, or you might have tabular data stored in an SQL database. And to answer some question, you're going to need information from both of those. When we query from multiple data sources, we call it data federation. And to perform data federation, we could use a tool like Presto. So Presto is a distributed SQL query engine that runs on a cluster of machines. So you can use Presto to answer questions about data from multiple data sources by running SQL queries that scale. A core feature of Presto is that it uses in-memory processing, which allows to separate data storage from its computational logic. So in-memory processing means that you're not wasting time moving data from your hard disk to your RAM. So everything will remain on the RAM where the data will be processed, which means you will save tons of space on your disk storage. But the main limitation of Presto is that it doesn't have a storage layer, which means you must rely on other tools to store and access data. So Presto is a distributed application which contains three main components: a coordinator, worker nodes, and a client. All the clients must be connected to the coordinator in order to send query requests. The client is a piece of software that sends query requests to the coordinator, which is the central brain of Presto. The coordinator coordinates all the data transfers between the worker nodes and the client. The worker is responsible for implementing all the tasks that are approved and scheduled by the coordinator. It does this by communicating with remote data sources to read and access the data, and finally submit the results back to the coordinator, which will send them back to the client. So how does a query run in Presto? So first the client will submit the query, then the coordinator would analyze this query. The coordinator then will go to the data source and create a query plan. The coordinator will communicate this plan with the workers. In turn, the workers will fetch the required data. So the workers will implement this data transformation. And finally, the coordinator will send these results back. So all the tasks that a coordinator will schedule will run in parallel. So if one of them fails, all the others will fail as well. So now that you're familiar with the essentials of Presto, you are ready to start using it.